Hello friends, welcome back to Series 2 of Come to Bed With Me. In this episode, I'm joined in bed by Katie Norris and Sam Nicoresti, both wonderful people and wonderful comedians. Just for context, we recorded this the morning after the Leicester Comedy Festival Awards, and both of these guests were nominated for Best Show, but not both of them won, so that will reveal itself pretty quickly into the episode. We also talked about a bunch of other stuff: Hellraiser, cuck chairs, April Fools, face paints. There was loads of stuff in this one. If you're going to the Edinburgh Fringe and you're listening to this before September 2025, then please do go and check out their shows. They're both on at the Pleasance Courtyard. I can't remember what time. You can look that up. But otherwise, please do enjoy this episode. Do you kiss your cat with tongues?
Yeah.
Oh, how's that?
He puckers up as well.
Does it?
He goes.
I get a little nose action from my cat.
Oh, what's your cat called?
The Goblin.
I think the has been added since I last.
No, well, we call him Gobbo usually, but he's called the Goblin. It's his official name.
And yours is famously Atticus.
Atticus, yeah.
Are you kissing with tongues for the Goblin?
No, but I do. I'm quite intimate with my cat. Yeah.
Same.
Well, I don't mind a bit of wet nose.
No, kisses, yeah.
Yeah, kisses, cat kisses.
Headbutts.
I had a kiss from a cat recently. I was cat sitting my friend Eric's cats, and I think the kisses are like getting little razors drawn across. Okay, Dottie didn't like that for some reason.
No, she's
I'm sorry. I've been
hearing about you cheating.
I'm cheating on you with other cats. I mean, with other pets.
I can't sleep without Atticus in my bed.
Does he? Is he a nuzzler? Or?
No, if I sort of slightly move, he gets quite annoyed.
Okay.
But he does wake me up every morning, and if I can't sleep and I hear him sort of come in and I'm half asleep, it'll just help me get to sleep straight away.
Okay, we have
Sorry,
to deal
we
with
can't talk about cats.
This situation.
We're not allowed to talk about cats.
Fuck's sake, madam, sit down. Sit down, you piece of shit. Okay.
Look, we love you.
We
as
love
well.
you. You're valid.
Yeah, it's just that
Right now we're talking about cats, and not everything can be about you. She's obsessed with Sam as well. Every time, and you aren't very receptive to her.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I say you mostly do a sort of little dance backwards.
Yes.
Upon greeting.
Well, I get a little scared. I'm not like scared of dogs, but I suppose of the passion. I understand
Yes.
cats.
oh,
But
yes.
a dog, they're so forthright, and I worry I'm not deserving of it. I won't know what to do. I don't want to scare them.
and you're not deserving of it because you know.
Because you don't deserve love.
Really? Is this what this is about?
Well, dogs, they trust you
This isn't a
easily
podcast.
Intervention on my own ego.
You don't deserve love.
from a dog.
Okay, am I in a nightmare? Thought I was coming to a nice sleepover. Bullied.
Who is Goblin sleeping next to? Is it you or Becky?
Usually it is me. I mean, I was gonna say, like, how into the bed is Atticus getting? Because for me and my cat, we're at a stage now. He's an old boy, and we're pretty soul bonded. I will allow him quite a lot of access to arms, head, pillow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, Atticus has full access.
Right.
It's just that he controls, where and when.
You let him dictate your own sleeping conventions.
I can approach him and kiss him, but if he wants to approach me and have full,
Dominion.
yeah,
Right.
and access, then I must be horizontal. And
Right.
then he will jump
You
onto
go
my
completely
chest.
supine.
I go supine.
Rigid.
yeah. Which is very relaxing. And then he sort of just touches my breasts like this, pads them and drools, and I tickle his ears.
Interesting.
Can we just go back to the fact that you were allowing Goblin to access bits of your body based on old age? And is that something that we're also allowing for humans?
Well, me and my
'Cause
granddad have a very special arrangement. No, I suppose he wants warmth in his older age. When he was a younger cat, and also he used to have a brother, and they would always be at the foot of the bed, and they would sleep in a sort of yin-yang orientation, which was very
69ing.
69 in, yeah, ass to mouth, honking it in. And I think when his brother died, I definitely remember going through a period where I was like consciously feeling like I'm going to take on the brother role for this.
I'm going to ask him out.
I'm going to, yes.
69 the cat.
Yes.
How old is Goblin?
He's turning 18.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, a cat just celebrated its 30th birthday on Instagram the other day.
Really?
Yeah, but how much is that cat enjoying its life?
Well, presumably quite a lot because they do hang on. I mean, I
it's
know
got an
that
Instagram.
The world record for like the 2 consecutive oldest cats in the world come from the same owner. And I remember he gives them a thimble of wine at night. And he has a garage where he puts on like video. He projects like on a whole wall videos of like squirrels running away so they stay fit. So it's quite,
Are they house cats?
yes, well, I think they're outdoor cats, but
Is this Cream Puff, who's 38?
well, I don't know the name.
38?
No, well, Cream Puff's dead now.
I'm not even planning to live to 38. That's insane.
No, a 38 cat is old. Especially when you consider that a 5-year-old cat is 36 in human years.
No, surely older. Well, oh yeah. Because I consider Goblin. So he's 17, going on 18, and I would think of him as.
Did
like
you nearly just start singing Sound of Music?
Going on 18. I would consider him to be like 75, 80.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
A second ago, you were like, I thought we were having a really nice sleepover.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of sleepovers as a kid?
Right. No, which is why I'm like this now.
Right. Oh, just desperate to.
Well, I wasn't allowed them for ages, and then also I think I was a really hyperactive child, so I was the one always getting kind of kicked out or told to calm down.
What, you getting kicked out of
At the
sleepover?
sleepover. I did get kicked out of a sleepover once.
As in your parents had to come and collect you?
Yeah. Because I just wouldn't stop like screaming. And
too giddy.
Too giddy. I was so excited.
too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to sleep.
That really surprises me though, because I now see you as quite like.
Are you going to say cool?
Oh.
You're allowed. It's your podcast.
I don't want to. I feel pressured. No, I was about to say I see you as quite mild mannered, but that's not true either. But I don't see you as like a screaming giddy.
No.
So you've grown out of that.
Something changed.
Yeah, because you struggled to get in the bed.
You really.
When we started the podcast,
I was
and
a
I
little
wanted.
reticent to.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't think the cameras were on then, but that would have been special footage because
Well, I
Sam,
didn't want to
Sam
take-
took about 5 minutes to work out how to get onto the bed while me and Katie were already just sitting.
We
on
were
it.
full in.
Well, I
we were
felt
locked
like-
in.
Yeah, you guys had already like taken the good seats. I just felt like I didn't want to like push people out, and then the dog seemed comfy.
Yeah.
I
And we
guess-
do have a man in the room on a cuck chair.
On a
Yes.
cup chair, yes. Should we explain that, or should we just leave it? Leave it for the listener.
Just let him get on
Producer
with it,
Steve
yeah,
is in the corner
executive
watching.
cuck chair. Pretending he's doing work.
So funny.
No one's thought to sort of question that.
These aren't even on.
Are you happy with that, Steve? Katie, how about you? What were sleepovers like for you?
We did. I did a lot of sleepovers because I lived so remotely that my on this farm in the middle of nowhere that my parents would drop me off, and then it would take them about 2 days to get back to me to pick me up.
Right.
So
It wasn't as much as a sleepover as like a sort of week away.
Yeah, yeah. And if it snows, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to have sleepovers a lot. I was friends with these twins, and I used to go over a lot and sleep in between them. And it got so hot. I remember waking up or not being able to sleep and going
I'm
into.
sorry. This is a me problem.
Go
but
on.
When you were like, it got so hot.
Oh yeah, because I was fucking.
I
her.
went somewhere else, and that is a me problem. Sorry.
Asking me a story about my childhood.
Yeah. And the twins.
I'll tell you why it
it's the
got
twins
hot.
element. That was
Because they had so much hair, and they had so much hair, and it was really bushy, and they would sleep with their back to me. So I remember feeling like their hair was all over me, and they also had knits.
Oh, that's so horrid.
Yeah.
So presumably you also had knits
I
by
had
the end
knits
of the.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got them a lot as well. Like,
I have them now.
do you?
Yeah.
Hanging out with the twins again.
Yeah, having sex with them again.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No, I'm sorry I brought that into the room. That was really.
Oh my god, it's
puerile of
fine.
me.
Is it, look, I brought cuck chair into the room.
Yeah,
we're allowed.
No, we've really changed the tone of the
we've
podcast
changed
very
the tone.
quickly.
So yeah, I used to have sleepovers a lot, and then I used to watch horror films right from a very young age. And so if I had friends over, I would introduce them to a horror film, and then they would get scared, bring their mum, and go home, which I feel really bad about now.
Do you think subconsciously you were trying to push your friends away, or
No, I think I was trying to find someone to watch horror films with. And I'm 35 now, and I still haven't found anyone.
I can't watch them. I can't watch. And do you know what? There's two things that I always think are really cool in people, particularly women. But it's women or people who like horror films, and women or people who can play the drums. Right. And because I want to be able to do both those things, and I can't.
We had that phase where you would come around and we watched Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, my God. Okay, so Sam and Becky for a while tried to indoctrinate me
Lulu.
into and get me used to scaries by showing me sort of silly
I thought Hellraiser
scaries.
was a good, silly scary.
Is that the one about vampires?
No. I mean, there's so many about vampires. No, Hellraiser is about the Cenobites. They come from the other world. You call to them through unlocking the little box, the lament configuration.
And there's a lad with pins in his face.
No, I've
Pin
not
boy.
seen it. I've heard of it. Oh, okay. I know the film, but I haven't seen it. That's a shame.
No,
I managed them quite well.
You know, the films.
When I watched them at your house, I managed them quite well. I didn't go home like...
I mean, the first one is a little bit... is good, I think. And then they get progressive. By the third film, there's like a DVD guy. He's got a DVD in his head. That's what's scary about him.
I don't think
there's
we
a video cameraman. He's got a video camera for a head. Do you know what I mean? And then I think they go to space.
It was in like...
At that point, you're terrified.
Space is real.
When was that made in like 98 when there was like a technology boom of like...
Yeah, I think so.
VCRs
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah. Could have been Laserdisc Man if things had gone a different way.
What would your dream sleepover or slumber party be?
Well, elements that have to be involved. Everybody's got matching PJs.
Why is this important to you?
Just a hen party?
Just for the aesthetic of it. Yes,
Okay.
I guess I'm probably good thinking immediately of a hen party.
Okay, everyone's wearing a sash.
Everyone's wearing a sash, and I'm the centre of attention. Yes, I'm dressed in sort of conflicting but complementary colours that mark me out as special. And there's big pillows, big floofy pillow, you know, and we're sort of reclining. And there's a log fire.
Okay.
That's lovely, yeah.
I like
and people
that.
are like spinning records and I don't know, making
simultaneously.
mojitos and well, you know, someone's like, oh, have you heard this? They put on a nice, but it's not too loud. You know, conversation can still flow freely.
Sure, it's like neurodivergent friendly, but yeah.
This doesn't be neurodivergent. I think this could be anyone's dream. And we're sharing, and
it's just only because you just said like, but not too loud.
Not too loud. Well, no, because you don't want
for me, that would also be important.
Right, yes, okay, because you're like, oh my God, hold on, this is completely monopolising my attention. I can't hear all the secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, no, there would definitely be secrets being shared at my dream one as well.
Yeah.
But like pleasant secrets, not secrets that I'm like, now this is a burden for me to carry.
Right.
I overshare, now I can't sleep.
Yeah, not trauma dumping.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
How about you, Katie? What's happening?
Yeah,
in your
mine would be
dream?
predominantly neurotypical. We'd all go to bed at a decent time.
Right. what are we marking as a decent time?
7. But then we wake up for a midnight
7?
snack at 12.
Oh, so that's a
Yeah.
nap.
Yeah.
It's a nap over.
My ideal sleepover is we just sleep immediately and then
Right.
we wake up for a
No
midnight
chat.
snack, watch a horror film, my choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So, okay.
midnight snack is a really important facet.
Did you remember doing that when
But
you
we
were
never
a
woke
kid?
up and we
Yes.
never woke up for them.
Oh, I woke up and ate it all. Everyone was asleep. Froobs.
I talk in my sleep.
Have you recorded yourself?
No, my partner does. Because she says apparently I laugh a lot when I sleep. I like giggle.
That's
No,
nice.
that's terrifying.
I would love that. I'd be like, tell me the joke.
The idea of someone just like bursting out like in the middle of the night. That's awful.
Well, I'm not cackling. I was like cackling. I'm giggling softly.
Okay.
Cutely, demurely.
Yeah, no, I still find that upsetting. It still
You wouldn't like
it
that?
still gives me like possessed Victorian child
Right,
energy.
a little bit. Yeah, my head turns all the way around.
Yeah, like just like an owl.
Yeah.
So, guys, what are you tired of at the moment?
Good segue.
Which it's the fucking next section.
Oh, right. I had to think about this. The one thing obviously on my mind today, and I know because I did this when I arrived, but I'm sick of April Fools. I'm sick of
Sam, get fucked. Get fucked in the. Okay, so.
Oh, is it April Fool's today?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why.
That's why you're allowed to
That's why
run.
that happened earlier.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay, so yeah,
April Fool's, I did.
But is it after? Oh, it's just before midday. You get away with it.
I'm.
Did you know that?
Don't
After
spoil this. Don't spoil the illusion. The listeners think that it's nighttime and we're having a proper sleep.
Yeah, April Fools. It's the midnight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, does this mean I didn't win best show?
Yeah, we've gone back in time.
Oh, did you want to just slip that in? Yeah. Congratulations, by the way. Katie won best show
Congratulations
at Leicester, so we should all be very proud of that. Sam
Yes.
Sam
I
Sam
lost.
didn't. Sam,
No, you didn't lose. There are no losers in
so
Leicester.
can I
Yes.
explain? Let's
One
just,
winner.
the ones that went.
Yeah.
let's just explain. So this podcast is a fucking nightmare to organise, and I don't know why I do it. But obviously it's a delight for you, the listener. But because it's getting two comedians in the same time and place, it's quite difficult because people will cancel and they have very valid reasons and blah blah blah. But like this first set of recordings has just had a lot of people cancelling and moving around. Anyway, Katie arrived, lovely, having a cup of tea. A few minutes later, get a call from Sam saying, "Lulu, I'm so sorry. I'm actually in Newcastle. I fucked up. I got the wrong train." And then I just, like, Steve and Katie just saw my face drop, and I was like, well, I think my friendship with Sam is over. And then there was
mad.
I was pretty angry, and then there was a and also I was like, this is classic fucking Sam, not even giving me a yeah.
Is it classic Sam?
Well, I don't. Yeah, this is the. No, that's too mean of me. But
I mean, it's not the. Yeah, it wouldn't. I'm
was
not
like-
without precedent.
I was like, if there was one person that would give me this little notice, it would be you. And then just because I'm scatty, it's okay. We can both own that.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, and then there was a ring on the doorbell, and on the phone, Sam said, "Oh, who's that at the door?" And the thing is, Sam like met me with a huge grin, thinking I would love the April Fools. I was in a mood for about 5 minutes after.
I know.
that.
I didn't think you'd love it. No, I think the idea of an April Fool's is it should challenge. It should annoy.
Right.
I get tired of the corporate April Fools, the idea
Right.
of the newspaper April Fools,
And the social
Right.
media ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
the idea that they're still chasing this like spaghetti tree high. Like I just feel that in the modern day, like everyone's aware that the news is so surreal anyway, or lies to us all the
Yeah.
time. Like why on
Yeah.
their special day are we supposed to be like, oh, they've discovered that Star Wars is
Yeah.
real? It's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Yeah.
Fine. So you want to do ones that really like tear.
I want to
tear
take
at
it back
the
to a
fabric
sort
of
of a
friendships.
Bacchanalian Feast of Fools inversion of the
Yeah.
social order.
Where I end up saying things like, "Wow, I really expected this of you."
yeah,
and
yeah,
now
yeah.
You're hurt.
Oh, I'm disappointed but not surprised by your behaviour. I'm
Yeah,
like,
and then you never talk about
sick.
it.
Boy, that- yeah.
Has there ever been an April Fool's corporate one that's ever backfired massively?
Yeah, they happen all the time, don't they? Because like a company, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there have been controversies in the past, which is why now they've become so watered down, because like corporations don't want to like fundamentally gamble with their brands. So they do such you know, like, I don't know, like Cadbury's will be like, oh, we've discovered you can make dairy milk from rats or something. And then like that will cause a huge controversy because it will just be discovered that there actually is like rats in the Kraft factory or whatever.
Yeah, and I also think it's harder now to like shut down something once it's out there. So like, even for example, a while ago, Joe Lycett did those like fake news things, you know, for his program, and one of them was the like pom pom that someone thought was a hedgehog and looked after until they discovered it was a hair pom-pom. Even though that's now been like revealed on telly that was like a fake news story, people are still circulating it as though it's real. So I think it's now too difficult if brands put stuff out to like contain.
Yes, because everything gets taken out of context anyway. And you feel like it's a butterfly effect of like in 5 years' time there could be like some new QAnon cult conspiracy based around a Joe Lycett prank.
Yeah.
You know, and he needs to take better responsibility for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're tired of April Fools not
hurting
Not
my
hurting people
friendships.
But also adding to the cause.
Glad you got
Yeah.
a chance to rectify that today. Have you done any others today?
I did one last night where me and Becky were up at the festival awards losing graciously, and we came back and our friend,
Well done, Katie.
well done, our friend was house sitting and looking after our cat, and we came back at about, it was like 1:30, and
I was asleep.
and so was he, like, you
Dreaming about
know,
winning.
tucked up in the spare room, and I was like, thanks so much for looking after the cat, so I guess we'll see you next week. And he was like, what? He was like, yeah, you should probably go now, like get a bus. And so like he got up and got dressed. And, and then I was like, April Fools.
Oh,
Sam, you suck.
yeah, that is so
You
mean.
suck.
No, but it's the day. It's a special day when you can.
But that's so funny, but I'm so mean.
It was
Yeah.
a bit me. I didn't let it go on for ages.
Yeah.
Like I let him like I didn't. You know, he wasn't like coat on shoes.
Sure,
on.
but as
Yeah.
someone who like felt the feeling today, like there is, even if you let it go quite quickly, there is a residual upset.
And that moment of humiliation that is almost
Yeah.
like physical.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think if you'd have said that to me, I think I would have felt it in my body.
I felt it in my
Right.
chest
like,
earlier.
especially because they would have had to put their clothes on.
Yes.
I would have felt so much shame and sadness,
Yeah.
I suppose. So,
which is what April Fools is all about.
But it's you know that's then I'm nice for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
I don't prank the rest of the year around.
Well, just because
You
you
prank
don't,
less than 12 hours later.
just because you don't prank for the rest of the year doesn't mean you're nice for the rest of the year.
Oh really?
Actually, I prank you every Halloween,
Yes.
so that's true.
Yeah, well, that was my other thing that I was going to be sick and tired of. Lulu does this. I don't know why I always fall for it. I'm quite gullible, and this is the other reason why I don't like corporate April Fool's pranks because I'll just believe them. But every year Lulu comes and does my Halloween makeup, and somehow
There's always like something at the Museum of Comedy, and I'll bring face paints because I love doing face paints, and I'll do everyone's if they let me. I'm not good at them. I just enjoy the power of doing them.
Art isn't about the process, not the end result.
Thank you.
Well, the end result is Lulu always writes the word poo on my forehead, and for some reason I never see it come in because she keeps insisting she's not doing
Doing
it.
it.
I'll do like fake brush strokes elsewhere.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'll
nice.
just dip it in the water and do like nothing, and then I'll do poo on Sam's forehead.
Yeah, and it like doesn't come off and stuff, and then I got to get
It
the
does
tube.
come off.
But it's just because like Halloween as well for me, it's like it's like I get dressed up and I'm like expressing something and I'm like experimenting with my femininity and my presentation, and I always like really nice, and then Lulu comes and writes poo on my forehead.
Poo is part of femininity.
Really?
Yeah.
It was normal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say that. I would say that if you're trying to like de-gender going for a shit, then you're part of the problem.
See, this is kind of the nice like indoctrination into femininity I would expect from a sleepover.
A hen
Yeah.
party.
Like,
girls sharing the secrets.
gal shit too.
Yeah, me and my friend share poo pictures with each other.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, my friend did a poo that looked like a hand.
Sorry, I just
Sent
went
me a photo.
yeah, and then was like, wait, no.
Oh, I've
Oh
exposed
my God, I'll
the
send you one of
rupture.
mine later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I'm curious now, genuinely.
Yeah, we always do.
Do you remember there was a website which was called like Rate My Poo?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
we
I
were
made that.
younger.
Just like, yeah. Before
don't
men had
doubt that.
discovered dick pics, so they were just
Yeah.
showing bowl snaps.
So, but then it was Rate My Willy.
Right. yeah, and then it went from there.
Yeah, and that's how, and I think that says a lot about the progression of the early internet. It went from Rate My Poo to Rate My Willy, and we just can't have nice things because it starts off
With
Yeah.
poo,
silly
which is
bits.
really
Well, and
nice.
also like very Freudian.
Yeah.
The sort of the anal obsessive, into the penile.
Well, it's interesting that that's what you've made of it.
Well, I mean, prove me wrong.
As a trainee therapist, I'm just interested that that's the process.
But that's what I've
that's
immediately
where
gone
you've
to.
gone. Yeah.
That it's natural to go from poo to willy.
It's in fact very Grecian.
yeah.
Here's my thesis.
Katie, what are you tired of?
People saying you'll find love when you least expect it.
Oh yeah, fuck off with that.
That pisses
Fuck
me
off
off.
with that. Because I like, or like people like when you stop looking, that's when you'll find it, and it's like
Yeah.
no, because when I'm not looking, I'm just like I look like a little swamp hag. Like I'm not.
Yeah, my mum said to me yesterday, she was like, you need to put some makeup on and look in the mirror and say, you look good. She was like, look in the mirror and say, you look good.
Ugh.
No, that's the start of a mental descent.
Yeah, that's
As you,
DID,
Yeah,
like-
yeah, lamp swinging. You look good.
oh man, those when I was in a treatment center rehab, we had to do those affirmations where we had to like stand up and be like, I am brave, and I'm honest, I've never found it. Like loads of things in that rehab were brilliant, they were great, but that was one of the things I was like, fuck, this is ridiculous.
Too much for you.
Well, it's just silly because
Yeah.
some I'm sorry, some people were standing up and being like, I'm a good person. It's like, I've heard you share in group, I don't think you're a good person. No, just say you're a good person and it'd be true. Like,
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Sometimes they can be a little bit too, I don't know, navel gazing.
yeah.
Also, it's annoying when you're in those situations where you're doing things that you're like, I'm so above this group activity, but also like fundamentally I am here. Like at this point in my life,
Yeah.
it's hard to square that.
Yeah.
Of being like, I know this is lame, but also,
I have to join him because here I am in this room.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. But no, going back to the like, you'll find it when you least expect it. I think
Yeah, it just annoys me.
I know it annoys me too because it implies
Dress for the job you want. Dress for the person you want.
Yeah. be a slut all the time, then you'll find love. Is that what we're...
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, that's the new aphorism.
And if I said that 3 times in the mirror,
right.
we will appear.
Yeah.
Or your clothes will fall off.
Gonna get that like on a bit of like artful driftwood in my kitchen.
Yeah.
It's a little,
Nice.
like, dress like a slut, find love, expect it. Little decal.
I love that. Round 3 is bedtime story. We are pilot testing this. Peek behind the curtain for the listener. This is the first episode we're recording. It may not be the first one that goes out. So the idea is you've got, we're going to say 3 minutes. Might be a bit long, but we're going to try 3 minutes to tell a bedtime story. Within that story, there are three-word phrases that I'm going to give you. So it could be like, help me please, or yeah, they're a bit sillier than that. But the other person has to try and spot them.
oh, okay.
Yeah. If you don't get them all in at the end of the 3 minutes, they also get a point for that.
Okay.
So they get a point for everyone they spot. Or whoever has the least points has to sing us out with a little lullaby.
Okay.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
okay.
All right. So Sam, if you like, don't
Don't look.
But if you'd like to make notes as you go along on what you think the phrases might be, you can.
Notes?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
you can
gosh.
write things down as you go. On what...
Okay.
You ready to go?
Yes.
Off you go.
Okay, this story is called There Once Was a Little Old Lady Who Lived at the Bottom of the Road. There once was a little old lady who lived at the bottom of the road, and she didn't have any friends, and she also didn't have any belongings. So she thought that she'd start collecting them herself, so she started going through the bins. And she was going through the bins, and an old man stopped and said, "Madam, please stop, because those are my..."
I'm just making some notes, don't worry.
Those are my letters and my empty plastic bags, and that's my rubbish you're going through there. He was a very, very old man, and he had bony.
Remember, you want to throw in some
bony
three-word
hands.
phrases.
And he was very, very slender and had like very long hair and very long fingernails.
Okay.
And he said, "Okay, are you single?" And she said, "I am." And he said, "Me too. My wife died 10 years ago, and I've been very lonely." And she was also very, very slender with very, very long arms and long fingernails.
Is it a spooky story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks for your bedtime story that it would be spooky. Yeah.
Anyway, they sort of struck up this unusual friendship, and he joined her picking out things out of the bins. And then soon they got a bit of a reputation because
No, good. Yeah, I'm riveted.
What was it like?
Just have a look at the notes. And then...
Anyway, he asked her if they wanted to open up the relationship and invite other people to pick out things out of the bin.
Okay.
And she was like, "Get real, sunshine. Like, I don't want..."
Just gonna make a note there.
Anyway, she was like, "Polyamory's not for me." And he said, "Okay, well, I think maybe we should go our separate ways. I don't feel like I'm getting enough out of this." And then, anyway, she says, "That what your last wife died of?" And he said, "Yes." And then they both just sort of did their own thing, and that was it. That was the story. The moral of the story is, if you see a woman picking things out of a bin, leave her alone.
Lovely
Okay.
stuff. Okay, cool. So that was just shy of 3 minutes. I think sorry, I'm working out the rules of this as we go. I think I'm going to make it 2.5 minutes.
Based off the...
Because I think that's plenty. I might even go down to 2 for the next guest.
Well, I thought that it was a full story. There was a conclusion
Oh
and
my
a
god,
moral.
no, it was nice. Yeah, it was very. I
Yeah.
felt like
It set a pretty high
I
bar.
wasn't soothed before bedtime, but I was certainly stimulated
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so Sam, would you like to have a guess at Katie's?
I think I've got
3?
at least 2.
Okay, well, you
and I'm
only get
unsure
3
on the
guesses.
third. Okay, right. Well, Madam, please stop.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Get real sunshine.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure on the third. I'm actually going to go for leave her alone. I think that was the third.
No, Katie, can you reveal what the third one was?
Very, very slender.
Okay.
Okay, so
Very long fingernails was never.
okay, so that's 2 points. No, how am I doing this? Yeah, it's 2 points to Sam.
I'm terrified of improv. So
Yeah.
Don't think of it as improv. Think of it as
me making
think
stuff
of it
up on
as
the
talking.
spot
yeah, just like
as part of the
creating
game.
ideas in the moment, you know.
Right, yeah.
But also, it's a bedtime story. You're just like you're my friend. You want to tell me a bedtime story?
Oh, I'm telling you the bedtime story?
Oh, it's for me, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I've got to get something out of this goddamn podcast.
Right. Okay.
Right. So Sam, here are yours. Again, they don't have to be in that order. Okay, Sammy, ready to go?
Not really.
Well,
okay.
tough luck. Off you go.
This is the story of the very big dog. There once was, upon a blustery, vicious evening, a howling on the moor. What is it, Grandpapa? Said little Timmy in his cotton socks. Oh, it's incredibly vicious this wind tonight, said old Grandpa Hayden. Don't go out on the moor, for there is a very big dog. Okay, said Timmy, and went to sleep. But in his dreams, Timmy awoke on the blackened heath. He ran with gusto through the blistering night of cold darkness, and the howling did call to him, for the dog of the moor was... I feel like I'm ripping off. It doesn't matter.
Hound of the Baskervilles.
No. Other things. Bodmin Moor.
I haven't got one yet, so you're doing really well.
So he ran with gusto, the wind at his back, the howling of the trees and the moon wolves. There's moon wolves in this story now. And he came upon the black dog and saw that it was actually nice. Hello, Autumn.
Oh wow, there's voices. For someone who doesn't like improv, I'm surprised you're doing voices.
The dog talks. Hello, I'm a prince imprisoned in the body of a little dog. If you give me a kiss, I will return to being a prince and grant you 3 wishes. Spend a penny, spend a pound, said Timothy. I
hope that's one.
And gave the dog a big sloppy kiss. Turns out the dog was lying. He'd got what he wanted, which was a bit of kiss action, and off he ran into the night.
It's really full circle to what we started off talking about. It's great.
Yes, snogging dogs. And so Timothy awoke. Oh, Grandpappy, I met the beast of the moor, but it was actually kind. But Timothy's dad was facing the fire. Grandpa was facing the fire, and as he turned, Timothy saw, with a look of horror in his eyes, that his granddad had the face of the dog.
All right, that's your time.
Oh my God, so it's a story about child sex abuse.
Yes, in a way, which is
In a
what I think a lot of like
In a
fairy tales tap
way,
into. There's like, it's like,
yeah, don't
here's the top
kiss
line.
your
But actually,
granddad.
there's like
Yeah.
a much darker story.
Well,
beneath.
you did really well because I really struggled.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I am going to say that, well, we'll come to this, but you did say one of them, you did misread one of the...
But then I went back and I did it right.
Did you?
Yeah,
okay.
check.
Okay,
Check it in the
I'll check it
edit.
later.
Check it in the
Fine.
edit.
Okay, I thought giving something on a sloppy kiss.
No, I tricked you by putting lots of 3-letter
I
phrases in.
Beast of the Moor.
No.
I didn't get any. Spend a pound, spend a penny.
Which three words?
Which 3 words do you want from that?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
You got to
Which
have
3 words?
Uh,
They're 3-word phrases.
Penny, pound, spend.
Well, it's 3. It's
What?
3. Hang on.
It's a 3-word.
How did you manage to do your round? So it's 3, like how you had,
Yeah.
like 3 words in a row.
Yeah.
It's yes.
Well, I didn't have words. I had phrases.
Yeah, but they were 3 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
Yeah, so
words
you've
in a
got
row.
three
is a
words.
phrase.
There's 3
Okay.
words.
In for a penny. in for a penny, spend
a penny. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do
you can have
spend a
that.
penny.
You can have that.
Okay.
Go spend a penny.
I had It's Incredibly Vicious.
No. See, that word is viscous.
Run with gusto.
Oh, viscous.
Yeah, so
It was a viscous wind.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have got it had I said viscous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have stood out a mile.
Half a point, fine. So, okay, you still win. Which
How do you
means
spell vicious then? Doesn't matter.
there's
I'll
an
look it
I.
up. Oh, yeah.
Vicious.
Well, how much it can change a word.
Yeah. The more you know. Sorry, that was very
You were brilliant.
didactic. Yeah, you were really good. You really got the knack of like
Mine was
putting in red
awful.
herrings. But you were the
No.
first person ever to play the game. So
Then-
you actually smashed it, really.
I think we should do it again.
Okay, same phrases.
Yeah, same phrases. Yeah, see what you remember. Right, so that's that means that Sam won,
Oh, finally.
Katie lost.
Yeah, you did. I let you win that one.
Yeah. Is it,
Now go to Leicester and pick up your award. You big cuck.
Oh no, Steve's the cuck in the corner.
Oh yeah, sorry, Steve.
No chance.
Which means that now we get to finish with a lovely little lullaby for me and Sam to fall asleep to.
Okay.
And actually, you
Fucking
got the best voice of us. So
No, well, why don't I sing a song
Sixpence.
that already exists?
I
don't want to
keep
making stuff up.
I think it has to be musical
There
improv.
was a lady who picked things out of bins. She hated polyamory, which is a throuple or four. She said it's April Fool's Day. So maybe
Katie,
I'll
you're like
try.
a full-on singer. What's happening?
Okay, I know what I should do instead.
You got this. I can feel myself drifting off.
Yeah, I'm so relaxed.
Okay. I won a comedy award. Yes.
No, I'm wide
Yesterday.
awake. I'm wide awake with shame.
I am the winner. The winner takes it all. Sam Nicoresti standing small.
Little tear rolling
Gets
down my
the
cheek.
train to Leicester. While I sit at home and weep and eat my tasty doll and watch pedo documentaries. Was it all worthwhile? There's a man in a cock chair. His name is
Steve, poor Steve.
Steve's brother's wives-in-laws live next door.
Close enough.
And now it's time to sleep. It's the first episode of the week,
Though it might not go out first.
but it might not go out first because it'll take a long time to edit it. Thank you, Steve.
That was so nice.
But there's lovely...
Wide awake again.
Oh my god, a reprise.
Sorry.
No, please.
I don't know why you've added
I was
more
going to
on.
talk about your pedicure.
Please keep going.
Talk about your pedicure.
Yeah, another verse would be lovely. Go on.
Oh, okay. I'm always going to win.
Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. A really lovely lullaby there from Katie. So all that's left to say is good night, Sam.
Right.
Night, Katie.
I'm wired now because I feel humiliated that I forgot Steve's name.
Thanks very much, as always, to my wonderful guests this week. This podcast was produced by Steve Pretty. It was edited by Steve Pretty. The music was by, and you'll never believe this, Steve Pretty. What a guy. Thanks for listening. Honk Shoo.